Hi, I'm Mary with Integral Care Communications, and I'm here with Mandy and Kyle, who are mental health professionals with Integral Care. I'd like to start off by asking you all for some tips to identifying your feelings, as well as some coping skills for those feelings during this time of heightened stress and emotion.
So a really common technique you can use to identify your feelings, especially when you might not have the words to label what you're feeling, scan your body. See what's going on in your body. Does your stomach hurt? Is your head hurting? Is there tightness in your chest? That's usually triggered by an emotion or an event, and that can really help you identify what's going on. So just having that mindful kind of scan of your body first will help you kind of name some emotions that are heightened in you.
Yeah, and just being honest with yourself. And I think that, when you start to feel something that you're not used to feeling, or even just feeling something on an everyday basis, it might be uncomfortable to talk about these things. And that's why it's so important to reach out to the helpline if you need some support and talk to our mental health professionals.
So in terms of some coping strategies, or actually, let's go back to the identifying, does writing help?
Yeah, so commonly journaling just helps in general, but especially during this time, this is a worldwide phenomenon. You probably want to process this and just write down whatever you're feeling. A helpful tip is to just set a timer so you don't feel too open-ended, maybe 15 minutes, get a piece of paper, let it flow, write down anything on your mind without judgment. That also helps release a lot of emotional stress, but also helps someone label what's going on so they can better handle it and take next steps.
And when people call the helpline, they're trying to find coping strategies because this whole pandemic has taken away a lot of people's normal things that they do. So being locked inside, they might feel trapped. They have to work from home. They're not able to see their family and friends on a daily basis. Finding unique ways to meet with them, technology, we're here talking on technology right now, so over Teams or Zoom or other software to make it fun and interesting. Getting outside yourself and not being afraid.
Absolutely. And to piggyback on that, people forget that they can't just go outside themselves. Sometimes if you can't connect in an appropriately socially distanced way with someone to go for a walk yourself. You just could go down your street. It doesn't have to be anywhere far. Things are so shut down. But that also, like Kyle said, kind of gets you out of yourself. It helps release tension. And when you come back in a mindful way, you're able to understand what's going on. And you get fresh air, which is always a bonus.
So I guess an important message that I'm hearing also is to talk it out and that it's okay to ask for help, right?
Yeah, of course. And I think that when people call the helpline, they're not too sure how that conversation is going to go. And I think it's just so important that they realize that reaching out for help is not a weakness. That's a strength that is very important to identify. And holding in all these emotions that you're feeling, think of it as like a beach ball when you're inside the water or like a pool, and you're trying to push that down. Now, when you're pushing that beach ball down, you can use your arms, your body weight, but eventually you get tired. And sometimes that ball will pop up and it will impact you in a new way. And we don't want those emotions to impact you in that way. When you have professionals that are caring and trained to help you kind of process those and diffuse that situation.
Right, and no problem is too small for our helpline, I think, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely. Anything is able to be talked about, especially if you're just lost. Maybe you don't know how to navigate something as simple as I've never worked from home. How do I manage my children and me? And I'm stressed with my partner. Anything big or small, and also remembering you don't just have to call for yourself. Maybe you're worried about a friend or family member who's isolated. Call us. We're here to kind of navigate through this with you, so you're not alone. And we have a lot of resources and ideas. So anybody can call anytime. This is a safe space.
Thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It was fun.